Hey everybody, we just got a new Oculus Rift in the mail today. We don't know if this thing's any good or not, but we plan to find out. We're going to do a quick unboxing on the Rift, the headset and the controllers. We also have a third sensor, I guess you would call it. Yes, sensor. And we also got a USB 3 expansion card for the PC that's going to run this. So we'll unbox this guy, we'll take a look at the PC and what we've got going inside of there. Then we'll step through the setup and installation of the equipment. And then we'll take a look at some games and see how that goes. Enjoy. Okay, let's get into unboxing this Oculus Rift. So this is the kit that we got from Oculus themselves. So this was the kit with the Rift controllers. And I believe there are two sensors here. Also, it came with an extra sensor, and then it also came with apparently a USB 2.0 active extension repeater cable. So, you know, this is everything that was included in the kit, and it also has this handy dandy card that came in the kit that has important 3-sensor setup instructions. So we'll go through all of these items. First off, I'm not going to pull this cable open, but you know, this is from Monoprice. Model number is MC-UEC5M2, and it is a active extension cable for USB 2.0. Okay, next let's open up this this sensor. So this is going to be the third sensor, apparently, for the kit. So there are some instructions here right on top. Well, maybe not instructions. Health and safety and warning guide. That is quite the thick warning guide. Although it looks like it's in a whole bunch of different languages. Interesting. That pulls right out. Just foam. And nothing else. No instructions, just this thing. And USB. And it says L, I guess that means lift. Do not use liquid cleaners, it says, and it says Oculus on the side. I'm not sure which is the front or the back yet, but we'll figure that out. Okay, now let's get into the Rift itself. So that slides off. And apparently this has Robo Recall, Medium, Dead and Buried, and Toy Box included. Although I thought there was 5 games, but maybe it's just 4. Whatever. Alright, now this will open somehow.
Need help?
Alright, let's look at this.
Wow!
So we've got 2 controllers, and I guess these are the wrist straps to hold them. And I'm not really sure how you hold on to them.
I think that's right.
You hold them on like this.
Like that? Okay.
And you have wristbands.
So hold on like this, 2 buttons, and then, oh, you even got little
things.
Yep, and then triggers there and here. So
Look at your headset.
let's stick these back in. Okay, and we have 2 more. That got flipped, it looks like. So 2 more sensors.
That's cool. And the headset itself.
Okay, we should be gentle with that. So there are plastic covers on the lenses. The cable here is attached. It looks like we'll need to take that off. The headphones, which look like they're kind of spring-loaded. And it's not very heavy at all. It's pretty light. So we'll get into that in a bit. There's a box here. And this includes cleaners, stickers, another book, batteries for the remotes, for the handheld, and then a trouble, don't give up, they can help. All right, so that's everything in the box. So we will we'll move on to the next step of getting the computer ready for this setup. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the PC before we get started with the actual install. There's a piece of software that you will install on your computer and it'll identify if you meet the minimum requirements. But there are a couple of things to think about, and I'll show you on the PC that we put together for our build here. So first, I used an ancient Silverstone home theater PC chassis for this, and it's a micro ATX form factor for the system board. And the reason that we use this box is because this is going to be in our home entertainment center area, and this looks a little bit better than just taking a regular PC case and sticking in the entertainment center. So just a couple things. I used a Core i7 processor. I don't know what the speed is, but pretty much anything Core i7 will be good enough. I think there is 16 gigs of RAM in this. There's a GTX 1070 video card, and then here on the back you'll see there is a 4-port USB 3 card. Everything I read said that if you want to have the best experience, to use a Initech 4-port card if you're using 3 sensors or more, I suppose. And this is the model number on this is KTU3FR-4P US. I assume that is the US model of it as opposed to another country's model. But that should give us all the speed that we need. I have a 1 terabyte drive as well as a SSD hard drive. So this should do us. I'm using a Logitech wireless keyboard so we can get to this across the room and not drag cables for mouse and keyboard. And I've also got a Bluetooth dongle that isn't necessary, but this system board didn't have Bluetooth and I just had that available. So this is the PC that we'll be using, and this is loaded with Windows 10. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start installing this PC. Let's see what we're going to do here. I know you can't see from that angle, but I'm plugging in the power cable. I'm plugging in HDMI and Ethernet.
Go.
Okay, I'm not going to slide this in yet because I want to get everything hooked up, and everything's going to plug into the back of this, and I got to figure that out. So now we're going to just fire this all up and see. Okay, so we've got the computer fired up. This is running through an Onkyo AVR up to the television. Home theater PC, which has been retasked as the Oculus PC kit. There's a third sensor somewhere, wireless keyboard, and I've installed the software, but it's not configured. But let's just follow the instructions. It says go to oculus.com/setup to get started. So let's do that. And this might just take us to the software install page. So yeah, so download the Rift software. We have done that and installed it. So you'll want to go here, download and install that. We'll minimize this, and then we'll go to, we'll see what it looks like in here. So there's a folder for Oculus in the start menu, and then Oculus. Okay, and at the top it says set up Rift plus touch now to unlock free apps, games, and experiences. Set up now. All right, let's do that. Okay, get to know your Rift. Please remove the protective films. Do not expose lenses to direct sunlight. I have read that is really, really, really bad if you ever expose this to direct sunlight. I don't know why, but I'm just not going to do it because they say not to. Alright, I'm removing the plastic off the cables so that we can unbind these things. Just make sure you don't cut the actual cable. Okay, there's that. And there are two USB, or no, there's one USB and one HDMI, looks like. Okay, inside of the unit itself, there are covers on the lenses. It says no sunlight on lenses, so make sure the shades are drawn. There's that. I'll set this up here. Make sure you never touch them. I've got my kids watching, so boys, don't touch the lenses.
You only can see through them.
Yeah, if you need to clean them, you need to call mommy or daddy. There's that. Then here's a sensor. So we'll do these. Hey, can one of you guys bring that other sensor?
What is? Oh.
The other one of these?
Yep.
Thank you. There's one. Two of these. And the last one. And I'll pull the film off these in just a second as well. And there's film on the front. And nothing on the back. With that one. Although these have film, this one has film on both sides. And it says no liquid cleaners. And this one as well has on the front and back. So maybe that third one only had the film on one side. Okay, do not drop the headset. So most video cards, or at least mine, only has one HDMI output, and I was running the monitor off the HDMI output on the NVIDIA GTX video card. Well, they want you during the setup to plug the headset into your video card's HDMI output. So I needed to move the HDMI from the video card to the system board HDMI out. However, in the system BIOS, it was set to only use the discrete video card as opposed to the integrated video, so I was getting no signal. So I had to reboot, go into BIOS, enable the video output from the system board, and then rebooted and moved everything over. And now I have an available port on my video card, and I'm still getting video out to the television from the system board port. And I'll take a picture of this so you can see up close, and I'll put it up in the window. So now we're back to where we were, and we're putting in HDMI and USBs. So here's the HDMI going into the bottom port, just because it's on the bottom, or the USB, and then HDMI going into the single HDMI port on the video card. There's that. Now, two sensors. It says to plug into the USB 3. So we will plug two of them into USB 3. Looks like it's confirming status. All right, second one. We'll go into USB 3 as well. All right, and then the last one, since it says connect any more than 2 to a USB 2, we will look for the extra cable, this over here, and we'll just use this as the across the room one, and we'll connect this to the USB 2, and that's just how we'll know that this is the one that's strung across the room. So, all right, that's all of those instructions. Okay, set up your input devices. Select the controllers that you would like to pair now. We're going to go ahead and put batteries in this thing. Okay, so we'll install the batteries. These are they're interesting. So they're magnetic. So if you pull back on it and let go, it just pops back into place. That's kind of nifty. So that'll come out. They use a single AA battery each, apparently. Goes in, and then that just pops right back into place. Okay, so we are going to now, it's got the touch pre-selected, which is the one that we want to use. So we're going to click next. Press and slide down. Let's see what it says. On the touch handle to remove the battery door. Okay, I've done that actually. Okay, about the touch controllers. They let you use your hands to interact with VR. There's grip, an XY button, thumbsticks, 2 buttons here. All right, that's fine. I'm sure I'll forget what is what. X in this hand, A in this hand, and then there's triggers. Let's make sure your sensors are ready to support tracking. Be sure only 2 sensors are connected to USB 3 ports. We have done so. Alright, and apparently it sees them. Their lights are now on the sensors. If you can see the top, there's a light there on all of them, and they're lit up. Okay, set up your Oculus sensors. Your sensors work with your headset and touch controllers to track movement in VR. To get started, remove the protective film. We have done that. Enter your height. That lets us set the floor position in VR to make the experience feel even more real. Don't worry about how tall other people who use your Rift might be. We only need the height of the person wearing the headset during setup. That'll be me. So I'm going to be 5 foot 11 inches.
How about us?
It says we don't have to worry about that, and it'll work for you, but they just need to know how tall I am to start.
Mm-hmm.
All right, clear your space, move your chair. You need at least 3 by 3. More is better, so we'll take a picture of our space that we have in front of the TV here and put that up in the corner. Yeah, place your front sensors. Place 2 front sensors in the corners of your planned play area. Wider is better, up to 10 feet. Rotate and tilt your sensors as shown above. Okay, so we put the front sensors. I moved the cabling to the back a little bit to make it a little bit nicer. It's pretty tight. The cables on these things aren't terribly long. We'll click next. And as you can see, they're up in the corners now on top of those speakers. Place your rear sensor. Place your rear sensor straight back from one of your front sensors, no more than 14 feet away from the farthest front sensor. For safety, be sure to route the sensor cable outside of your planned play area. Okay. Okay, so we've got the 3 sensors in position, I think. And this sees everything, so let's move on to the next step. I tried to route the cables a little bit better into the carpet and stuff. Next. Get your Oculus, or set up your Oculus sensors. They work with your headset, they track your movement, move the yeah, we've done that, we've been there. Set floor position in VR, 511, I've done that. Clear space, I've done that. Done that. Done that. Okay, so let's do this now. Okay, so we kind of got this working, although it's kind of jacked up. Next, please. Okay, next.
These are our play boundaries. Continue.
Okay, and then continue. I understand. It just says that if you move your sensors, you have to do everything again, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Notes. Don't put it on yet. Oh,
Now can we play? Because you tested out everything?
I don't think this is a game.
Well, I think it is.
Whoa, whoa. Oof. Bye-bye. I think I want you to wave back. Nope, you can't drink the soda. punch. Ooh, make a fist.
Punch it.
Oh. Oh, I think it wants you to make a hand. Whoa. It wants you to make a hand. I want you to hold the
Having trouble?
put in the USB cord thingy. Oh, something is happening on the
It's loading, loading, loading.